Voter polls, what do they really tell us?
You'll remember back in 2016, before the presidential election, most, if not every single poll showed that Hillary Clinton would win the race. And as we all know, those polls were wrong.
So when it comes to voter polls on Governor Ducey's plan to pay teachers more, can we trust what those polls are telling us? Team 12's Bram Resnick is verifying that for us.
This poll on Governor Doug Ducey's proposed teacher raises might not say what you think it says.
Here's the poll. Do you approve or disapprove of Governor Ducey's plan for a 20% teacher raise? A whopping 75% approve, just 15% disapprove.
The pollster asked a straight question and got a straight answer. But here are 5 questions you should be asking.
Who did the poll? A company called Data Orbital, run by a former Republican operative. I can tell you that Data Orbital correctly forecast Donald Trump's victory in Arizona in 2016. How was the poll done? They were robocalls, automated phone calls. They're used for most polls. Live calls are better, but more expensive for pollsters. Who was polled? The people who got the calls reflect the typical turnout of Republican, Democratic, and Independent voters in an election. That's the way it should be. But here's the really interesting question about this poll. When was the poll done? Less than 48 hours after the governor unveiled his plan. Respondents weren't asked if they knew how the governor's plan worked, whether they knew the raise has to be approved every year for 3 years, assuming there's money to pay for it. So what does the poll really tell us? It tells us that Arizona voters, who already rank education as their #1 priority, think a big raise for teachers is a good idea.
But the poll doesn't tell us they approve of how the governor is going about it. Chances are they had no idea. Bram Resnick, 12 News.